season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And it'll come out to the 25. Attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And I love it. First play of the game, they're trusting their quarterback to take a shot. He got the coverage he wanted. He found his one-on-one matchup, and his guy made a play. You cannot start better than that, fellas.
The Trojans just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking down the left side. Got his man downfield. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Trojans are on the move. To the air on first down. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. The penalty on the defense, but they don't really give up much ground. There's not much to lose this close to the end zone. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
Yeah, and on third and goal, they're saying, hey, we're still going to try to power this football and run it. Obviously haven't had success. Now getting to fourth and goal. Now it's a situation, do I kick the field goal? Do I feel comfortable running the football, or do I need to throw this thing?
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Touchdown, Trojans! Quick strike through the air for the score.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Now on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they turn it into a defensive score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. To the air, it's Mayava. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Setting up the screen. Gets away from one, finds room. Off to the races to the right. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Forced out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Under fire. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. How about this DB turning on the Jets and getting the first sack of the game for this defense?
And that is how you come from the secondary with authority. Come with some speed, some vitriol, some hate. Just get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. Nice job by the secondary getting to the quarterback.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield and down that ball?
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mayava. He lobs one high down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback...
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Returner brings it out to the 42. And your Auburn Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. See what they dial up on 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing in the hands, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He's looking to pass. Quick completion on the out. Stopped short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside kick. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Lane. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you've got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Gain of 16.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Touchdown USC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. San Diego State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Tigers will hustle to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up on tempo. They're ready to do it again.
He's got it. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Here's a heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. A lot of urgency for this offense. They'll run for it. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Looking downfield on first down. A strike downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost the second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Looking for a man. It's Daniels. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And back to the air on second down. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They've had a bad day, but that was a good play.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And he puts through the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Makes the catch, it's Coleman. Oh, what a move to get room. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, they hoped up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They just keep firing. He'll take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Auburn lines up quickly. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to make magic with his feet. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Trojans buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Going deep. Pulls it in on the left. Open spaces. The 20. Inside the touchdown Trojans. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football. Try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Navy put together a very impressive showing in one of the more complete victories we've seen from the midshipmen in some time. Anchors away indeed for the boys from Annapolis. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's going to fire deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's loose on the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
And they didn't didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man. It's Sanders. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And this offense throwing the ball has just been up and down the field all game long. They're now approaching 450 yards passing on the day.
Quarterback extends the play. On the move, he fires. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize, they get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. He unleashes a long one. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is
turning it on. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marked it at the 47. The Tigers in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defenders bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Looking for space, it's Sanders. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. And the Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Catch in the middle, it's Lyons. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Trojans are flying down the field.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Grab behind the line. It's Sanders. Breaks into the open. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Auburn. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
To the air, it's Mayava. Catch in the middle, it's Lyons. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make him execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackle.
There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Grabbed in the middle, it's Fields. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They'll run play action. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball, he's into the open down the middle. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, USC. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Auburn, 24.
Coming out with it, it's Singleton. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down. He tries to take the top off. He's got it down the left. Off and running. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
30.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
That's caught. It's Lemon.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, you'll take that completion.
Looking to pass. It's Mayava. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rubbing in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Finds his man. It's Coleman. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going.
And he pulls it in at the 15. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Huge play puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And it's his 4th interception of the game.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Here comes the heat. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
42 Spider. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Here comes the option. Quick toss. At the 40, there he goes. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And now on second down for this offense. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Dropping back, it's Mayava. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The option look. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Hey, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise. The defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover it in the backfield.
Quarterback may change this route. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Back to pass, it's Daniels. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Offense working from the pistol. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the tight end. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. Unleashes one deep. And he really wanted to get the